computer. Hey, good afternoon, everybody. I'm Gina Terusio.
I'm Alicia.
I'm
And
Vanessa.
say it again, Vanessa. That's awesome.
I'm Vanessa Van Leuven.
And Vanessa joins us today for Lay Talk 411 from the Stomping Grounds in Genesee. This is an exciting afternoon. So Lay Talk 411 brings you all of the awesomeness that is Latah County, Idaho. We'll talk to the people like Vanessa and Alicia, and we'll talk about the businesses in lovely Latah County, Idaho. So, Vanessa, tell me about you first. I want to know about you, your family, that cute little dude that lives with you. Tell me all about that.
Thanks. So I'm married to a Marine Corps veteran, and we have a son who is 2. He'll be 3 on Halloween. So he is growing up so fast. And then my husband we have 3 other kids. So he had 3 prior, and the oldest one is 22. And then we have a 19-year-old and a 16-year-old. So the 19-year-old is actually active duty Marine, and he's stationed down at Camp Pendleton.
Okay, good.
He's actually in another schooling. So he joined, and about 2 years in, they decided that they wanted him to be a wrecker. And apparently there's only like 8 wreckers in the whole entire Marine Corps.
Wow.
Or something. There's not very many. I know that. Yeah. So he's actually at wrecker school right now in Missouri.
Okay.
At Fort Leonard Wood, and then he's going back. So that's just a little bit of bio, like just about our little, family, our big family, blended. And
all right, so I'm gonna like a Dumas here. What is a wrecker?
A wrecker, like a car wrecker, like wreck Humvees and stuff. Like they have the wrecker and get it. So that's kind of like what I understand of it. And I may be wrong, but I think that's the basic.
I'm impressed with anybody that gives up any of their time to be in the service. So that's awesome. I come from a family of Air Force boys myself. So thank you, and thank my brothers too. So tell me how Stomping Grounds came to be, please.
So I was at work one day. So I worked for Nez Perce County Sheriff's Department. I worked in the jail. So I was a jail deputy for 4 years. And I was sitting there, and at the time I had an almost 1-year-old. And I was like, things need to change. I'm not liking the leadership down there. And I was just kind of like, do I really want to be not there for my little boy, working Christmases, holidays, weekends, nights? Or do I want something that I can do something to give back? And that's what I decided to do. Is I took a leap of faith, and I said, you know what? I'm going to open up a coffee shop, and we're going to serve Black Rifle coffee because that's what I believe in. I believe in all the principles that Black Rifle establishes. Yeah. And we decided that, we are going to give back to our veterans, our law enforcement, our emergency personnel in any way we can, because that is important to us. And we want to have a place where they are appreciated. They can come in the door and have a cup of coffee, and, we're there to be like, hey, here you go. Thank you for your service. Thank you for, being amazing, because you don't get any of that treatment out there on the streets. Or
so true.
They're very underestimated, and like the political side of it is just horrible these days. And I just feel awful.
I've been talking to a few of my counselor friends, and none of us anticipated this kind of moment in public service. And I don't have to carry a firearm to do what I do. And it's not fun for us. I cannot imagine what it's like for law enforcement or military people right now. It's just not a pretty time. So.
Yes, most definitely.
I
had a little bit of experience. So when I was in college, I worked in the restaurant industry, waitress. I was really good at customer service. I mean, I still was working in the jail. I was really good with, dealing with the inmates and just big communication. Like, communication is key. And so I always had that. And I was like, I was really good at making coffee, and I really like it. And so that's like what made me and plus the coffee tastes good and the goal is behind Black Rifle. But the restaurant side of it, I originally started this thinking, we'll serve my biscuits and gravy because that's delicious.
Yeah.
And we will go from there. And I don't really want to do a restaurant though. That's how it came down. Like I was just like, we're just going to do like coffee, some pastries, some grab and go stuff. Yeah, something small. Well, it kind of turned into a big thing. And the word got out about my food. And now people are like, we want, they want to see everything. Like they want the hash browns, they want the wraps, they want the sandwiches because everything's good. And so we've been growing really fast. But it's been great. It's been great.
I particularly like the biscuits and gravy, and I want you to tell us what tomorrow is for you.
So tomorrow is our $2 Taco Tuesday. So it's one of our busiest days of the week. It's amazing, and they are paired nicely with a margarita. That's amazing. I like the watermelon margaritas, and then we can also do huckleberry margaritas.
So you do alcohol too?
Yeah, so that's a new feature. We started that, I think it was this summer. We started doing alcohol. We went from just doing, limited hours to staying open till 7 p.m. That was a big change. And when we did that, we decided, well, we're gonna serve alcohol. And at the time, we didn't have a grocery store. So I had all these farmers that are getting ready to do harvest, no place to buy beer, no place to buy anything after work. I mean, you had to go to Lewiston or Moscow. So I was like, you know what? We're gonna do it so we can sell it by the case or have it in if you want to have a glass and just have a seat and dine in. So that's what we just.
Great idea.
And it's been great. Like we've been getting a lot of support, and our biggest thing is we're trying to get our prices to be really cheap so people still come in. So for any beer and stuff, because I'm not looking to make money on beer. Like I'm looking for people to come in and try our food and try, see the atmosphere and, everything behind what we stand for and believe in.
It sounds like I need to come in for a watermelon margarita. That sounds amazing.
Yeah, they are amazing.
I'm thinking huckleberry right now. So man, it's fall. And I always kind of get that. So tell me about why Genesee. Is that because that's where you lived, or what? How'd you choose Genesee?
So I went down and I was talking. I actually went in for coffee down here when it was Plaid and Pearls.
Yep.
And I went down in there and she was looking to sell. And I was like, well, this is an opportunity. It's close to home. I'm like, and, at the time, we had a 1-year-old or little less than 1. So I was like, it actually is nice to be close to home. I was thinking I could bring him to work. That's honestly what I was thinking, but that, no. Short-lived. Not a thing. The things you learn though, as you do things, it's like you can or you can't do it. Like you have to give it a shot, but it's not always going to work out. Yeah. And I've learned a lot of that throughout this business journey. And we chose Genesee. We love the community. We love, giving back to our community. And it's a small town. There's a lot of law enforcement in this town. A lot of people, several of my friends, coworkers, live here. And I was like, they need something like this. And it can bring more people into Genesee because we needed that.
I really, that was one of the main things I was hit by when I first met you. Your commitment to your community is, and I mean community Genesee, but then also the greater law enforcement and military. It's just very striking and very impressive. So thank you for doing that, and thank you for living up to your own principles. That's pretty awesome. So I like that you have responded with your business. It's interesting. I hear you from when it was Plaid and Pearls and thinking it was going to be a coffee shop where you could bring your little squab, and then it turns into this food and alcohol kind of a thing. Where do you go from here? What do you do when somebody says, I want you to sell cars too?
Well, I will have to tell them I can't sell cars because I don't have enough space, but we are looking at expanding, creating more shops, more stomping grounds, coffee houses. Particularly, we're looking in the valley down in Lewiston area right now. We're in the baby stages, beginning stages of expanding our business. But you asked me last year, I probably would have been like, no, like it's taking everything we can just to stay in Genesee. And
Yeah.
now it's being able to expand and share what we believe in with other communities.
This just tickles me beyond belief. I am so proud of you, sister. You have just, and you are, I don't think you sleep. I haven't seen you sleep yet. But I'm impressed with that because you got, I mean, not only is it your business, your baby, but you got a real live baby who knows how to work the doorknobs and the locks. And that's a little scary.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. He's definitely 100% boy. He just wants to run and, climb into things and get into things. So it makes my job really challenging when he's at home with me.
Yeah. That's what keeps mothers young.
Yes. On my toes.
Alicia, do you have a question for Vanessa?
What do you do for marketing? I've seen, I think, Facebook, and what else do you do to get your word out?
So we actually started advertising this summer. Xerox did this COVID package for all small businesses. So we started marketing with Xerox, and it's been phenomenal. We've had a great, turnout of people, because it's like 3 different stations that they do.
Yeah.
And so that's been really awesome just doing that. And then we also have an Instagram account. So I'm on Instagram, Facebook. A lot of times it's word of mouth. People start, hearing about it. They come in, they have a good experience. They love the food, and they decide that this is their new breakfast spot. And the coffee tastes amazing because it's Black Rifle coffee, and I can make any drink taste like better than you've ever had.
I do have to admit, we have Black Rifle at home too, because we make our lattes at home and we use Black Rifle, and it's phenomenal.
It is. We've even had the owner of Black Rifle, Evan Hafer's dad, and his sister Tessa Hafer. They've came into our shop and they just start bragging about us to everyone. So it's good. It's a good feeling to know that the product that we're doing is actually good. Like, it's not, I'm like, oh, it's so nerve-wracking when you start a company, or like just start as a baby and then you're like, okay, I need to get bigger, but I don't know how this is going to go. I need feedback. Yeah. And that's been the biggest, challenge for us, is just, getting the correct feedback, and then like, okay, no, it's really good. Get more self-confidence and keep going. You're doing a good job. Like, that reassurance to myself.
So do you think is that the message you would give the next person that wants to do something like you have? Is that your message, or is it something different?
So my message, I would say, you don't build a business, you build people, and people build your business. That is definitely the message I love, and I live by. Like, a lot of it is word of mouth. I mean, and it gets there. You can do as much advertising as you want, which is always great. You're always going to build your business by advertising too. But once you get the people in the door, that's when the people start building your business.
Yes. Employees and customers, both.
Yeah, for sure.
I want to clone you. I want you to travel around and tell other businesses this concept. As you get it's just, I think you're exactly right. And it's the core. You can have the best mousetrap in the world, but if you don't have people buying it, it's just, that's awesome. So tell us where you are physically located so that we can have it on this video. And do you have a phone number and maybe a website or something too, or Instagram? Tell us about that, please.
So we're located at 105 North First Street. It's fur as in wood fur, not first as in number 1. Yeah. So I have to tell that a lot because some people are like, I can't find it. I'm like, it's right next to the post office and across from Potlatch Credit Union. We have a Facebook and Instagram page. You can follow us. I think on Facebook it's under the / Black Rifle Genesee. So it'll show Stomping Grounds. And same with Instagram, just search, I think it's Stomping Grounds 19 or something similar to that. Yep. But yeah, we're trying to build. I just kind of found out about the Snapchat and how well it builds businesses. So I'm going to work on creating a Snapchat account for us. too.
Huh.
And I had no idea it did that. So I was like, okay, if it builds our business, I will do it.
I want you to open up another business in Genesee. How are you with clothing or shoes, or let's get you into something like
So these are new shirts.
yeah, I have one.
So
I have a black one.
Oh, that is
we have
cool.
a new logo. This is our brand new logo that we just got. So it's death before dishonor. And that's kind of our quote that we live by. We're not going to give up. We're going to do everything we can to make this work. And that's what we're doing. So
Man,
yeah, I would love to start more clothing though. I would love to get a clothing line out there of just Stomping Ground shirts that are funny, cool. Like people love them. They're soft material.
I think I've had mine for a year. I love mine. That kind of that softy, wonderful material.
And
Man.
they don't really shrink. That's the greatest thing about it. And I could just wear it for jammies or wear it all day. Like it's comfortable. It doesn't bother my skin.
Yeah. Well,
Do you have that on your website, the
So-
shirts, or do you have to, how do you get one?
So you have to come into our shop or you can send us a message and I can figure out shipping and all that. All that's like the baby stages of, I actually might have to create a website. So I'm going to look into, I got to meet with someone on Thursday about it because if I can get a website, because I got a lot of these tumblers and stuff.
yeah.
Oh,
Cool.
So I have a lot of those too for apparel and, lots of Black Rifle gear, tons of it, like tons of shirts. If you're looking to support veterans, law enforcement, any of that, all of our products in Black Rifle, it's good quality and it's good stuff.
Viewers, please just understand it's about a 17-minute trip to Genesee. It's not that far. Just go in the store. You're going to love the coffee, first of all. If you're lucky, Vanessa will be there and she's awesome.
Yeah.
And then the clothes and the atmosphere and the light in the restaurant. It's all awesome. And I really, really recommend those biscuits and gravy. If you can get there early enough, man, you gotta get those.
Oh yeah. Those are the best.
Oh yeah, that's probably part of the reason I'm never going to be a supermodel. Dang it.
So if they message our Facebook page too on Facebook, I have 3 people in charge of that. So we can make sure we can get back to them and we can, if they're like, hey, can you mail this to me? And then yeah, we can mail it to them and we can send all the information through our Square. It's our point of sale system we use. So
perfect.
Girl, you got it going on. You really do.
yeah.
I appreciate your time. Is there any last message you would like to say before we sign off?
I don't know if I do. I think we covered a lot of important information.
On the spot.
Just keep going at it. Don't give up. Like, it's okay to take advice. Like I had to take advice from my aunt and uncle and their business owners. And my aunt flew out this spring because our sale, well, not the spring, this summer, early this summer, our sales went up like this. And I was like, how do I handle being a small business owner that just exploded overnight? Like, it's like your brain's like this, like, oh. And so she flew out from Wisconsin and she's very good at management with employee personnel. And that was our biggest hit is we had 15 people. We had 15 people working for me. So I went from this baby tiny little thing to 15 people and it was booming. And I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. Like there's too many people, even though I knew what I was doing. I just, I was just caught up. Like, this is what I expected.
Yeah.
Like more than, what I expected.
It's a good problem to have.
Yeah. We finally, we've got it. Summer went away, so we're starting to get into a fall, which it kind of slows down a little bit, but it's a lot. Like we got our good employees, our good staffing, and we're learning. Once you find your good employees, you want to keep them, and that's been where we're at right now.
Cool.
Again, Stomping Grounds. You can call it a coffee house if you're brave enough. There's so much more there you will not believe. Vanessa Van Leuven, thank you, honey, for being with us this afternoon. I'm coming out. I'll be out there within days. I'm just going to throw myself on those biscuits and gravy. Maybe, Alicia, we need a field trip or something.
I agree.
Thank you
Well,
again.
Thank you for having me. I do appreciate being on here and sharing whatever I can with you guys.
You're welcome. It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure. And you go kiss that little boy for us.
Okay, I will.
All right. Thanks again, everybody. Take care.
Thank you. See ya.
Bye-bye.
Bye.